Hi, Dr. Heather here from Wellspring Chiropractic Lifestyle Center. Today we're talking about low back pain, and I want to give you some tips on things you can do to protect your low back. And specifically, this is in the category of bending and lifting. So I want to kind of give you a visual first of all. When we think of the lumbar spine, that's your low back, we want to have a beautiful forward curve in that lumbar spine. And the forward curve is what creates spring in the spine. So if you have spring in the spine, then when gravity happens, that give is going to protect you from degenerative change. If you lose that curve and it's straight, then we're going to start to get jamming just from the effects of gravity. And so having that curve in the spine is important. And it's kind of like the idea of a bow, like a bow and arrow bow. So that you're going to have a curve, and then you're going to have the muscles that are like the string of that bow. And that bow is going to work best when you have a curve in it. If you straighten out that curve, how well is that bow going to work? That string's not going to be effective. And so it's the same thing. The muscles along the spine are going to work best when we have a beautiful forward curve. And so when you're doing any kind of bending or lifting, you want to remember to maintain that curve as best you can. And that means that as you're bending forward, you want to lift your tailbone up and back. And so if you lift it up as you're bending, then that's going to help to preserve and protect that curve. And then as you're bending down, you want to pay attention that your knees are staying over your toes and not going out in front of them. And bring that weight, whatever you're going to be lifting, bring it as close to your body as possible as you are lifting. And again, just keep in mind of lifting up that tailbone so that you can maintain that curve in the spine whenever you are doing any bending or lifting. This would also apply to shoveling. So wintertime, we're shoveling snow. Maybe in the spring, we're shoveling in the garden. So when you are holding that shovel, make sure that you pay attention to your spine, lift up that tailbone, bend the knees slightly as you go down, keeping the tailbone lifted, and then as you're shoveling, you're going to keep that arch in the spine. And that's going to allow the muscles along the whole back of your body, from the base of your skull all the way down to your ankles. All of those muscles should be working together as one kinetic chain. And if you lift up that tailbone, it helps to engage everything properly. So keep that in mind when you're shoveling, whether it's snow or garden. I do have a rule of 15 when it comes to shoveling. So like shoveling snow, and here it is. Before you go out to shovel, you want to stretch for about 15 minutes or so to get all limber and ready to go. And then you want to go out and you can shovel for 15 minutes, and then you want to take another break for 15 minutes, stretch out a little bit. So that's the rule of 15. Of course, the other part of that rule is that you could also hire a 15-year-old and pay them $15 and have them do it for you. On the other hand, it's good to be using your body in ways that are healthy, and so shoveling doesn't have to be an injury-causing experience. If you do it the right way, you can get stronger from that as well. So I hope that you found this useful, and if you're interested in seeing whether or not we can help you with your low back, please click on the link below. We do have a new patient special, and I hope that I can help you.